Here's what moved markets today. Political statements indicated a delay in potential military action against Iran, while rising US Treasury yields continued applying pressure to equity markets. The combination of geopolitical uncertainty and tightening financial conditions weighed on broader risk sentiment across traditional asset classes. Bitcoin declined toward the $76,000 level, with the move coinciding with over $722 million in forced liquidations of leveraged long positions across crypto markets. Spot Bitcoin ETF products recorded $648 million in net outflows during the session, representing one of the larger single-day redemption events of recent months. US legislative and regulatory activity continued advancing across multiple digital asset policy areas, including custody framework development, market structure legislation, and congressional discussions around sovereign Bitcoin reserve proposals. The parallel tracks reflect broad-based federal engagement with cryptocurrency oversight frameworks. Asset manager Bitwise announced plans to allocate 10% of fees generated by its hyperliquid ETF toward accumulating HYPE tokens, creating a direct link between product revenue and protocol treasury holdings. The structure represents an unconventional approach to ETF fee deployment within digital asset investment products. 2 additional Ethereum Foundation researchers submitted resignations, continuing a pattern of senior departures from the organization's research division. The exits extend a wave of leadership changes that has drawn attention to governance and direction within the foundation's operational structure. The SEC released statements indicating openness to regulatory frameworks for tokenized equity products, with the development occurring alongside increased activity in real-world asset blockchain protocols. The regulatory signal reflects evolving agency posture toward digitized representations of traditional securities. Looking at this morning's price action as of 9:50 Central European Time, the market shows a decisive shift toward positive conditions. Ondo up 14.78%, NEAR adding 12.22%, and Berachain gaining 10.96%. Double-digit strength across tokenized real-world assets, Layer 1 smart contracts, and DeFi infrastructure protocols. On the downside, losses are negligible. Liquid staked ETH down 1.18%, Knight Protocol off 0.93%, and Quant declining just 0.76%. Selling pressure barely registering with all losses under 2%, creating highly positive asymmetry where double-digit gains dramatically outpace minimal downside. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index recovers to 40, climbing 1 point from yesterday's 39 and crossing back into neutral territory. The marginal improvement occurs alongside today's decisive reversal in market structure, where double-digit gains dramatically outpaced negligible losses after yesterday's severe selling session. The single-point recovery from fear to neutral reflects cautious rather than decisive improvement, with sentiment barely crossing the threshold despite today's strongly positive price action. Market psychology appears reluctant to commit to sustained recovery, responding minimally to double-digit gains across multiple protocols while remaining sensitive to the compounding macro pressures that drove the recent deterioration.